My name is Justin Hicken, and I'm the founder of StoryTeller. I love reading and read all the time. I found that I had pains as a reader and thought that others might share those same pains. I checked and found many pains of not only readers but authors and publishers too. Let me tell you about the publishing industry. Book sales are broken, but the problems are not evident until the numbers are dissected. In the United States, 2019 book sales total revenue was over $151 billion, and the net revenue was $26 billion. The best-selling book of 2019 was Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owes. Owes' book sold just over 900,000 copies and made $26 million in revenue, which is then divided amongst publishers, agents, distributors, and authors. The best-selling movie in 2019, Avengers Endgame, grossed $2.8 billion. The best-selling video game, Fortnite, generated $1.8 billion. This shows that the best-selling book was not very profitable compared to the best-selling movie or video game. However, in total, more revenue was made in book sales than in the movie, video game, or music industry. The problem is not that readers and money is not there, it's that books are being sold incorrectly. An article written by Steve Pierzanti, the CEO of Barrett Kohler Publishers, lists the many problems in book sales. To abridge the article, these problems are: the number of books published from 2010 to 2020 has grown rapidly, from 2 to 3 million, and the average book is selling less and less. Publishers often are only invested in selling enough copies to cover the principal paid to authors. Bookstores are a major part of book sales, yet most books will never make it into a bookstore. Most troubling for authors, publishers predetermine their winners before publication and only put effort into marketing those books. For consumers, one of the largest pains is that the different formats of books are sold in different places. There's separate websites for physical books, audiobooks, and ebooks, but there's no all-in-one site. Even with Amazon, users need to use 4 separate services to simulate the experience StoryTeller would provide. Amazon is currently the top sales outlet for books, but many publishers, authors, and readers don't like this. Here's an Amazon customer's story of pain. This customer is looking for a book, The Ghost Map, about the 1854 cholera outbreak in London. They checked Amazon and scrolled through over 2 pages before they found the book. Amazon is not a book sales site. They're an online store that happens to sell books. Readers seem to be an afterthought of Amazon's search algorithm, as Amazon is not optimized for books. Not only does Amazon serve customers poorly, but publishers suffer from the monopoly. Amazon sells 50% of physical books and 70% of audiobooks and ebooks, so publishers are forced to work with them. Steve Pierzanti has said, "Publishers hate working with Amazon. Every year, Amazon shrinks publisher margins, which in turn hurts authors. Publishers and authors would wholeheartedly support an Amazon competitor and would work with the service to try and beat Amazon." Publishers don't work with Amazon because it sells books well. They work with Amazon because of the monopoly. The book industry is a revenue powerhouse, and if partnered with a true and dedicated bookseller, revenue would greatly increase. StoryTeller is the answer to the problems found in the publishing and book sales industry. StoryTeller is an online bookstore designed to make the process of finding and buying books easier for all readers. With StoryTeller, you can purchase a book in any format, physical, ebook, or audiobook, or all 3. In addition, StoryTeller is a social site where readers can interact with their friends and their favorite authors. According to Statista research data, over 53% of the U.S. population read a book for fun last year. If we apply the same percentage to the rest of the developed world, we find over 628 million readers. This is our potential audience. I'll talk about our customer persona more later, but as a starting point, StoryTeller is targeting readers who read 12 or more books a year. This is 18% of the U.S. population. If you take that number for all developed nations, there are over 213 million readers. This is 34% of worldwide readers and the size of the market that StoryTeller is competing for. StoryTeller is a unique solution to the problems listed, and through validation, we believe that we can capture a large percentage of the market. Our unique value proposition is our use of social software to increase conversion rates of book recommendations. The current conversion rate for bestseller lists is 3%, and we believe that we can raise that to 27% by leveraging the reading community on StoryTeller and inviting them to read specific books and to recommend books to friends. This internal marketing strategy would help both authors and publishers in selling books. In an interview with published author Stephen Bowles, I learned that current avenues for authors to advertise mainly consist of family and friends and Goodreads. Stephen also listed the numerous problems with advertising for authors. I presented him my plan of overcoming these problems with StoryTeller, and he was ecstatic. He said, "Leveraging friendships and networks in a new platform specifically designed to connect readers and promote books through their recommendations can change the game for authors and book sales alike." To capitalize on our uniqueness in the book sales market, we would attempt to monetize the process with 2 methods. First, tiered subscription models, and second, asset sales in all book formats. We would provide a premium experience for heavy readers. We set our subscription pricing with 2 tiers, one at $14.99 and one at $20.99 per month. Lower tier benefits would include ebook and audiobook credits each month. Higher tier benefits would expand to include 1 physical book per month. Additional books would always be available for purchase in any format too. This pricing was set using feedback from customer pricing surveys. The process of developing StoryTeller required feedback from readers, authors, and publishers. Here is a summary of the validation done so far. Through ad campaigns and advertising analytics, we gained a better understanding of our customer segments. Our main customers read over 12 books a year. We found that those who want a social reading experience are intrigued by StoryTeller. These customers will be our early adopters, but all readers will benefit from StoryTeller's features. Not only are our customers excited about the project, but I have spoken with multiple publishers and have gotten handshake deals with 4 publishers in the process. Initial conversations have also begun with more than 20 additional publishers, a few of which are Scholastic, Penguin Random House, and Simon & Schuster. Many of the companies have expressed excitement about working with StoryTeller. C. Pierzanti, a Barrett Kohler publisher, said this when I presented StoryTeller to him. Book sales are a broken industry. Publishers will support a challenger to break up the Amazon monopoly. StoryTeller would change the way that books are sold. It really could change the entire book sales industry. Bryce Mortimer, the CEO of Cedar Fort Publishers, said, StoryTeller will definitely succeed. Publishers would love to support a challenger to Amazon. These are just the words of 2 publishers. There are plenty more. At the heart of the book sales conflict is the fact that a non-book sales site is the main salesman. Publishers need someone to challenge the status quo and fix the numerous problems with the selling of their product. In initial conversations, many publishers talked about joining into partnerships with StoryTeller with similar agreements they have with Amazon. StoryTeller is also feasible. StoryTeller has signed an exploratory agreement with Ingram Book Distribution. Ingram would provide distribution, warehousing, and shipping services for our books, ebooks, and audiobooks, as they already have relations with major publishers. Due to early success of advertising campaigns, we expect to launch with approximately 5,000 customers and predict to grow 5 to 7% weekly for the first 3 years. Using this growth rate, we expect to end the first full year of operation with 63,000 customers and first year revenue being $1.2 million. This formula leads to an expected customer base of 10 million at the end of year 3. Assuming each customer makes a single purchase, we estimate a yearly revenue of $202 million. On estimating growth past 3 years, we aim for and believe we can achieve a yearly 25% growth rate. This projected growth rate is in line with the average startup according to Y Combinator data. At this point of StoryTeller's development, I am the only member of the StoryTeller team. Even so, I have not done this alone. I've had the support of a very helpful team of advisors and supporters. StoryTeller has been quickly gaining traction. For StoryTeller to be successful, though, we need to cross the hurdle of upfront development. We estimate the cost will be $140,000 to initially build the StoryTeller, thus allowing us to begin selling books in all formats. StoryTeller's costs will be low. Fixed costs will only include servers and software maintenance. Variable costs will include shipping, salaries, and other miscellaneous expenses. In addition, the advertising budget for StoryTeller would be close to 10% of our yearly revenue. StoryTeller is designed to tackle a broken system and serve the most profitable customers, the customers who are currently forgotten by general book sales platforms. StoryTeller addresses the problems found in book sales to serve the needs of publishers, authors, and consumers. StoryTeller is made by book lovers for book lovers. Thank you.